Hi Bobcats, today we are going to talk about organizing our drive. So here I have some folders so I can easily find stuff, and I have some of my folders that are starred that I constantly use, and then in my folders I have different labels for my different modules or chapters so I can find things. So we're going to talk about how do we set that up. So back on my home page, it has just files I've recently looked at, and it has some folders that I might want to go into. So I am going to create a folder. So I'm going to go new, and I'm going to do a new folder, and I'm going to call it math. But I don't just want to call it math because I will have math for 7th grade, 8th grade, all the way through 12th grade. And if I just call it math, well, that's a lot of years. So I'm going to go ahead and call it math 7 because I'm a 7th grader, or whatever grade you are in. And then I'm going to hit create. Okay, so now I have math 7. Maybe I know I'm going to use that a lot this year. So maybe I want to star it. So organize. I can put it to a star. I can put it to a certain color. So I like to do this current year's that I'm teaching. I like to make it a certain color. Whatever color you like. Maybe I'm going to make my classes purple. And then I go back and organize it. And then I can star it if I want. Then when I come here to my starred, that's a folder that I use all the time. Now I have lots of folders. Not all my folders are starred. Okay, only some of my folders are starred. Okay, now if I go down, I see, okay, I've got a lot of things that I have made that are folders. That's great. But then sometimes I forget to put things in a folder. And I have a lot of things that, documents that I might not need, or they need to go into a folder. So I want to be able to move things. So mod 4 extension problem. I don't even know what subject that is. So I'm going to open up and look. Okay, this was for Math AH mod 4. So I want to move it over there. So I'm going to go over here to organize, and I want to move. And I have my suggested, my folders that come up a lot of times are going to be there, or starred, or all my locations. It can go somewhere there. So I typically am going to start. And that was in my Math AH. And that was module 4. So I'm going to put move. Okay. Or I could take this one and I can drag it up to the folder I want. For me, that's kind of a pain because I got lots of folders, but I could. I go to Math B and I can plop it in there, but then I can't get to it very easily because I have subfolders in there. Okay. Now, sometimes you're going to have stuff that is not labeled or not labeled well. So I might have something down here that is capture JPEG. Okay, I don't even know what I captured. So I'm going to open that up and go, oh, okay, maybe I should rename that. That was the suicide prevention hotline, which is a good reference to have, but how would I know what it is if it was captured? So suicide hotline, now I know what it is. Okay, so I renamed it. Okay, because now that it has a good name, I might want to know where to put it. So I just renamed it. It's right there. And now I'm going to move it. So organize to move. And that should go in my social emotional health, all locations, my drive. And I can take it down to my social emotional learning. That's where I want to move it. Okay. Now I have other things in my things I haven't organized yet that I might not just want anymore. Okay, I really don't need 3 copies of the pirate ship task. So I'm gonna go shift, shift, shift. You shift it, does it all one to the top to bottom, or if I hit shift and hold the shift key and then hit the bottom, it will take that. And I want to trash it. So I need to move it because the video recording is on my trash. That's a problem. Okay, well, trash is over there. I would hit trash, but my video recording thing is there. So that's a problem. But that's where I would hit trash. I'm going to go to one file. I could do one file. I could go over here. And I can go move to trash. I can do it that way if I'm doing a single file. But I could drag it all to the trash if I have a lot of files. Alright, so why don't you go and try to organize your drive. Remember, you can make a folder over here. When you make your label, make sure you label it well. You can rename a file that you don't like the name of because it wasn't a good name. You can rename it, and then you can organize it and move it to where you want to go. Alright, try it out.